And welcome back to the New Orleans Saints franchise mode here on Madden 25. It is week number 8 of the 2026 regular season with the New Orleans Saints. And this is a team that is 6-1. You know, we're the second best team in the NFC right now, I guess, behind the Dallas Cowboys, who are 6-0. But I mean, you know, we beat them in the playoffs last season. I think we're better than that Dallas team. Of course, we will play them eventually. But for now, again, technically, we are the second best team in the NFC. But that's fine, because Spencer Rattler has 2,900 yards and 29 touchdowns through 7 games. It is the craziest season that a quarterback's ever put together. Chris Olave has got 1,171 yards and 11 touchdowns again, and he's only played 6 games. So our team's pretty good. Our team is really good. We have a couple storylines to go over before the game starts against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week, a team that we should just run right through. Our D coordinator, who really doesn't do anything, he should be fired because he doesn't, help us at all because we give a million points a game. He's telling us their receiver is better than our starting corner. Chris Godwin's better than Kool-Aid McKinstry? Because we have Mike Evans now. Evans is playing against his former team. Are they trying to tell me Chris Godwin is better than Kool-Aid McKinstry? Actually, that's probably right, because Kool-Aid McKinstry, great overall guy, he's got X Factor, but sometimes, sometimes he just gets beat. Chris Godwin is better than some of our corners. What's the plan? Kool-Aid McKinstry's asking us what's the plan to deal with the guy that we think is better than him. All right, dude, you just have to have... I'm not going to press. Actually, yeah, we can press Chris Godwin. He's not going to burn us. Yeah, Kool-Aid McKinstry needs to be great when pressing. Yeah, because again, Godwin's not going to beat us over the top. If he does, I mean, we're screwed. But the thing is, it's probably going to happen. I believe Baker's still here in Tampa Bay. Yeah, why wouldn't he be? He got the big contract. We have another storyline to go over real quick before our game. Back in our office, maybe Kool-Aid's going to tell us about his emotional feelings like he has before, which is insane. Okay, Chris Olave, the best player in the game. Coach, you wanted to see me. Chris, you've had an amazing season so far. Obviously, he's the best player in football. Ryan Clark said on his podcast that I'm having one of the best seasons ever for a receiver. Why do we care so much about what Ryan Clark says? Like, is he from New Orleans? I know we did a podcast with Daniel Cormier at one point, but this is ridiculous. What's your goal for the rest of the season? For what? Dog, break records. Just say that. Or say to win. That's a great answer, too. Catches, receiving yards, touchdowns, receiving yards. He's got to break, Calvin Johnson's record? He's going to get it easily. He's at 1,100 already. I'm a team player. I want to do my part. Well, to help the team win, dog, you need to get yards. I can finish with 800 yards. That means you get 600 the rest of the way. That's going to be difficult to do, but that's not difficult at all. He's going to hit that easily. He had 1,800 last year. That's an easy goal. That's so easy. Okay, again, best player in football, that's nothing for Chris Olave. So that's going to set the table here for this game. Jerome Baker, who does not play corner at all, says we have a game plan for their wide receiver. Dog, you play linebacker. You don't have to deal with Godwin. Like, make it make sense. It's all right. The Saints are 6-1. The Bucs are 2-5. We should be able to take care of business tonight in the Superdome. Again, to note, Mike Evans is playing his former team. That's going to be interesting. Let's do it, folks. Saints and Bucs from New Orleans. And folks, if you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more Saints franchise mode here on the channel. Let's get into this game here in week number 8. So another divisional matchup here for the New Orleans Saints at home, and there is Spencer Rattler, the Cock Commander, 2,900 yards so far this season, 29 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. And sure, the interception numbers are crazy high, and he will likely have a 30-30 season of sorts. Obviously, one more touchdown is only needed for Spencer Rattler to reach that 30 touchdown mark, but I think it's kind of likely Rattler will end up with somewhere around 30 interceptions. That's just kind of how we play. Rattler is the new coming of the gunslinger Brett Favre, but it is what it is. The Saints are playing good football, and we just need our defense to pick it up a little bit. Because, I mean, again, we are getting into these games, as you saw in our last video, coming back and surviving from the jaws of defeat. We need a game where we can just absolutely roll a squad. And I'm hoping that's this week. Is it? I don't know. We'll see. But there is Spencer Rattler. Of course, we talked about his stats in the open. He has been excellent for New Orleans after making the move, of course, from Derek Carr to him at the starting quarterback position. 2nd and 10 for the Saints to kick this game off. Rattler will find JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba for a gain of 15 yards. And on that play, JSN dislocates his wrist. He'll be back next week, but for the remainder of the game, no more JSN for New Orleans. Instead, Quez Watkins will see an extended role tonight. Obviously, Mike Evans now moves into the number 2 receiver role. Here on a 2nd and 14, there's a screen to the former Cincinnati Bearcat, Jerome Ford. Ford's going to pick up those 14 yards, getting us down to the 36-yard line. 2nd and 5 handoff going back to Jerome Ford, who, low-key has been better than Kendre Miller as of late. We will see how this game goes. 1st and 10, play action. Rattler to his left finds Chris Olave. Not a great ball, but Olave adjusts for the grab up. Second and goal from the 3. Rattler looking to throw wide open. Quez Watkins catches it and sits down in the end zone. Touchdown Saints, as New Orleans goes up 7-0 as they score on their opening drive. It doesn't get much easier than that, as here come the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the former Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield. Mayfield has been having just another mediocre year at Tampa Bay. He really hasn't been exceptional for the Buccaneers since that playoff run a couple years ago. We'll see how Mayfield plays tonight. I mean, if, again, we know anything about our defense, Mayfield is going to have career highs or season highs in this week 6 matchup, or week 8 matchup, excuse me. Right there, we get a 3 and out somehow. New Orleans' offense back on the field, but a 1st and 10. Spencer Rattler goes down. Boat right on the sack, sets up for a 3rd and 19. Rattler from his own 6 just dumps it off to Chris Olave. Olave will get yardage, but he's short of the first down after a gain of 16. Tampa Bay back with the football on a 3rd and 8. Mayfield from his own 44-yard line looks over the middle. There will be Elijah Moore. Moore breaks off a tackle, and he is off to the races. The veteran Elijah Moore for a 56-yard touchdown for the Buccaneers, and they have tied this game up at 7 apiece with 2.5 left to go in this first quarter. Spencer Rattler is going to lob it up to his left and find Chris Olave for the first down to the 43. 2nd and 10 New Orleans, empty gun set for Spencer Rattler, looking for it all. Quez Watkins got a beat. He's too fast. Watkins in the back corner of the end zone gets in. 14-7. What a route by Watkins, but an even better ball by Spencer Rattler to lead him into the back corner. 14-7 Saints. Here comes Tampa Bay back with the ball from their own 37-yard line. Baker Mayfield looks over the middle. Ball is caught. That will be their tight end. No, not Cade Auden. There's a new tight end here for Tampa Bay. It is Michael Mayer. There's Chris Godwin, who we mentioned in the open, for a gain of 9.5. Setting up for a 2nd and inches, and there is Rachaad White for a big carry. White will be brought down at the 22-yard line. Not before, though, a gain of 16 yards. And that'll do it for the first quarter. New Orleans up by 7. Our score, though, 14-7 for the Saints. 1st and 10 Buccaneers from the 22-yard line. Mayfield in the handoff to Rachaad White. We can't tackle the man. White's got another first down to the 12. 1st and 10 Mayfield looking to throw. He will find Rachaad White. White's brought down at the 4-yard line, but there's a gain of 8. 3rd and 1 Tampa Bay. Mayfield from the 3. Scrambling. Baker now steps up through contact. Mayfield's in. Touchdown Tampa Bay. 14-14, now the score. A gutsy run right there by Baker Mayfield. New Orleans back with the football from their own 29-yard line, and there is a sack. Down goes Rattler. 3rd and 20, New Orleans. Rattler over the top somehow finds Chris Olave. I don't know how the Tampa Bay defender didn't even just put up a hand there, but we'll take it. 1st and 10 from the 43. Rattler rolls. He will find Chris Olave. Olave's brought down to the 37-yard line, setting up now for a 3rd and 9 from the 36. Ford comes back with the quarterback here. Rattler looking to throw over the top, going for Olave. Just a bad ball. Again, we're lucky that one is not intercepted. We will take it. We will bring up the kick team and Cameron Dicker. And Dicker, the kicker, is going to blast that 53-yarder for 3 points and a lead now for the Saints. But here come the Buccaneers, who have scored on back-to-back drives after starting this game 3 and out. And Baker Mayfield scrambles out the pocket. And look at all this green grass in front of Baker. Mayfield goes from his own 25-yard line to the New Orleans 33. It is a 2nd and 12 now for Tampa Bay from the 35-yard line. Mayfield over the middle. Ball is caught for the first down. That is the former Washington Husky, Jalen McMillan. 1st and 10 now from the 19. Mayfield looking over the middle. Ball is caught. Chris Godwin bouncing off some tacklers, but Godwin will be pushed forward for a 2nd and 1 from the 10. Mayfield swings it to his right. Rachaad White is going to be brought down and pushed out of bounds with the 2, but Tampa Bay continuing to move the football now. 1st and goal, Mayfield. We send pressure, doesn't matter. Baker Mayfield finds Elijah Moore, wearing Antonio Brown's old number here in Tampa Bay. Moore gets in for the score. 21-7 Tampa Bay, with New Orleans getting the football back from their own 28. Spencer Rattler looking to extend the play here, and he fumbles. And Kendre Miller doesn't pick up the football. It is right there for him, and he doesn't even attempt to pick the ball up. It is recovered and forced, obviously, by Tampa Bay, and the Buccaneers will get the football back from the 25-yard line. 2nd and 7 for Baker Mayfield. Out the empty gun, looking to his left on a quick hitter. He will find Michael Mayer. 1st down, Tampa Bay. Minute 49 left to go. 1st and 10, Mayfield. Blitz is picked up, and Chris Godwin's got that ball. Melton just with a momentary lapse in judgment, doesn't tackle Chris Godwin, and now it's a 1st and goal from the 2. Mayfield on a quick out will find Chris Godwin for the score. So Tampa Bay extends their lead. Chris Godwin gets back in the end zone, 28-17 with 20 seconds left to play here in this first half for New Orleans. That ball was not intended for Jerome Ford, but somehow he grabs it, so we'll take it. It's a 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Rattler to his right. There's Dalvin Crosby. 1st down again for New Orleans. They have no timeouts though. 8 seconds to go. 3rd and 8 from the 19-yard line. Rattler trying to force one in the end zone, and it's picked off. We were looking for Dalvin Crosby, and instead of at least getting a field goal to end the half, New Orleans turns the ball over and gifts Tampa Bay an 11-point lead going into the second half. So 28-17 is our score. Tampa Bay, again, up by 11 and getting the football. But here are the Buccaneers on a 3rd and 6. Mayfield from the gun, scrambling to his left. Baker trying to get it off, and that ball falls incomplete. So New Orleans gets it back after a Tampa Bay punt from the 21-yard line. Rattler play action fake finds Chris Olave up the middle. Need more of this, obviously, for New Orleans. Spencer Rattler gets us down to the 48-yard line. Flag on this play. I believe it's going to be an offside, so free play. Rattler, what a ball! We don't need the offsides. Spencer Rattler to Chris Olave. What is new? 1st down, of course, for the Saints as they will decline that Kirby Joseph penalty. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Rattler again dropping back, rolling. He's got Chris Olave. We'll take it. A little dump-off pass, but Chris Olave will take the Saints now all the way down to the 6-yard line. He's got 304 yards passing so far tonight. 1st and goal. Rattler over the middle. Mike Evans for the first time tonight. We have not seen a catch out of Evans against his former team until now. Mike Evans gets in for the score. How weird is that? Mike Evans scoring a touchdown in the Superdome for the Saints against the Buccaneers, and we could have had that interception with Romeo Richard. Instead, Chris Godwin snags it for the 1st down. 3rd and 4 from the 42-yard line, and Mayfield finds Michael Mayer down to the 33. Tampa Bay has been all go on offense so far this game. Now a leaking Michael Mayer gets the outside. He's pushed out at the 7, but Tampa Bay again continuing to move the football down the field. 1st and goal. Mayfield out the gun, looking. Baker to his left. Ball is caught. Jalen McMillan fumbles, and that's the break the Saints needed. Huge hit to force the ball out of Jalen McMillan's hands. And the Saints get the ball back from the 8-yard line. There is Spencer Rattler finding N'Keal Harry. Harry breaks off a couple tackles for a gain of 12 down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Saints. Rattler handoff. Kendre Miller. The run game has been non-existent tonight, and oh my goodness. Miller fumbles the football. Again, Jerome Ford has already been outplaying Kendre Miller. That is not going to help the former Horned Frogs case. Tampa back with the ball at a 3rd and 9. Baker looking to run. He is going to be blown up by Demario Davis, setting up for a 4th and 2, and now a decision to make for Todd Bowles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Up by 5 in New Orleans territory with a 4th and short. Let's go. And the Bucs keep the offense on the field. 4th and 2. Mayfield finds Chris Godwin for a gain of 7. 1st and goal, Tampa Bay. Mayfield to his left. Ball is caught. It's McMillan as J-Mac gets him down to the 2. 2nd and goal. Baker being pressured. Oh my goodness, we had him. We had Mayfield. Instead, he'll get it off to Jalen McMillan for the touchdown. Oh man, Tampa Bay again refusing to let up. 35-23 with 9 minutes left to go in this game. Baker Mayfield will find Jerome Ford out the backfield, getting us down to the 50-yard line. 2nd and 8 from the 48. Rattler play action fake, looking to throw over the top. Mike Evans. There's the big grab for Evans. But again, down by 12 points. We just got to get some points on the board here. From the 22-yard line, Rattler looking to throw. He'll dump it off to N'Keal Harry. It is the former Arizona State Sun Devils' 2nd grab of the game, and he's down now to the 13-yard line. Handoff Jerome Ford. 1st down New Orleans, brought down at the 3. 1st and goal Saints from the 1. Rattler out the gun. Handoff Ford. Touchdown New Orleans. They will cut the lead to 5 pending the Dicker extra point, but it's a score the Saints needed to have, and now you have got to get a stop on defense. Here it is, from the 35-yard line, 2nd and 2. Baker Mayfield in the pocket, looks over the top, ball is caught. Rachaad White stays on his feet. He's going to be hoisted and brought down at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay again. Mayfield, play action, looking. Ball is caught. Elijah Moore has shredded the Saints secondary as he's been brought down now at the 9. 2nd and 3, Rachaad White. He will have the first down. 1st and goal from the 1 for the Buccaneers. New Orleans needs a stop, and Jerome Baker's going to give it to him. Pushing White back 3 yards. It's a 2nd and goal from the 4. They run it again, and we're all over it. Tampa loses 7 yards on 2 back-to-back Rachaad White carries. 3rd and goal from the 8. Mayfield steps up. Down he goes. It's a Saints sack, and they will get the ball back. Down by 8 after that McLaughlin field goal with 2 timeouts and a minute 15 seconds left to play. Here it comes, 1st and 10, and Rattler sacked immediately. The Saints have to burn a timeout. It's a 2nd and 21 from their own 23-yard line. Rattler looking for Olave. He's got it, and he drops it. Could have been huge, could have got us those 20 yards. Instead, it's a 3rd and 21 for New Orleans. Rattler takes a shot to Chris Olave. That ball's batted down. 4th and 21, last hope for the Saints. Rattler got to look right away. He's got Olave. Oh, and it's undercut. That ball's picked off by the Buccaneers, and it's going to be returned for 6 as well. Oh, my goodness. To add even more to this game, Tampa Bay returns that one back. Bates on the interception for a touchdown. And Tampa Bay is going to go on the road to New Orleans and take down the New Orleans Saints. So a team in the Buccaneers who came into this one on the road 2-5 will take down the 6-1 Saints. Ultimately, this doesn't matter anymore, but look at Brandon Ricard on this kickoff return. I don't know why. I mean, this really should have been Braxton Berrios, and I think Berrios' speed gets away from those guys, but it's fine. 1st and goal from the 4. Again, this is straight garbage time play, but actually a touchdown and an onside kick could get us back in this game. 1st and goal, Rattler looking to throw. Quez Watkins, that's his 3rd touchdown of the game. It's all going to come down to the onside kick. If New Orleans can get it, they are still in this game down by 8. Here comes Cameron Dicker to give it a shot. 30 seconds, and that one is picked up with one hand. But that's your ball game. Elijah Moore with the recovery, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like we expected, again after that interception for a touchdown, will go on the road to New Orleans and take down the Saints. 45-37 is your final. Again, the swinging point and the turning point of this game, I thought, was the Kendre Miller fumble. If you don't have that Miller fumble, again, a lot changes in this football game. Instead, Tampa Bay started to pull away from that moment out. And again, we had the sack when we were down by 8, trying to come back on that drive. You take the sack on 1st and 10, and it's all downhill from there. Couldn't get the ball to Olave on that 2nd and 20. And again, we were just trying to dig out of a hole at that point. So New Orleans will drop their 2nd game of the season, and the Buccaneers get the job done. We'll have to try to regroup next week when the Saints get another divisional matchup when they take on the Atlanta Falcons, a team that we have been able to put up points on really effectively over the last couple games we've played them with. So, again, Rattler is, in defeat tonight. 26 of 40 passing, 400 yards, and 4 touchdowns. It was not enough to take down Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. So, folks, thank y'all for watching episode number 54 of the New Orleans Saints franchise mode here on Madden 25. If you have not yet, though, make sure that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure you like if you did enjoy the video, folks. Thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.